Good morning.
Morning. How are you, my dear?
I'm better today. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. It's so nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
I can't wait till Friday when I can actually be with you again. I miss you. The across the screen just no.
Not the same.
No, it's better in person. It's definitely better in person.
I agree.
So I saw your pictures for the birthday party.
I know. I can't
Posted.
believe he's 15.
Oh my gosh, she's getting so old.
Wait, that makes me old.
Wait a second, that makes me old. No. We'll just say congratulations, happy birthday to him. We'll not mention our ages. We're good.
It was awesome though. It was awesome. It's just so weird. Like he's been taller than me for the last 2 years.
Okay.
And I feel like he was still taller yesterday, but maybe it was just in my head.
That's what I always think about Sienna now that she's my height. I swear, she's 11 and she's as tall as I am. I'm like, what is going on? What are we feeding these kids?
Yeah, it's the hormones in the food. Well,
Exactly.
actually, I
There you
think
go.
my son, well, yeah, I think my middle son, Caden, the one that had a birthday yesterday, I think he takes after his uncle.
Okay.
Just like that, like thin, long, tall. I don't know.
Sounds like my daughter. She takes after her aunt, though. Her aunt is very long or tall, long, very long legs, and
Right.
that's exactly what Sienna seems to be taking after. Not after Scott or I, after my sister. So
It's so weird how that all works. We made chicken. I made homemade chicken pot pie
I know you were telling me, making me jealous.
yesterday. I do have some left. So if I can like save it for you for Friday, that would be amazing.
I'll heat it up. It's all good. We can do a recipe portion of the morning show and then just say our favorite recipes and then try the food on our show. I don't know. It could be. And then get other people interested in what we make. Give other people
That would be
ideas.
an interesting one.
Sort of like the morning show, no, Live with Kelly and Ryan. They always do a recipe segment of their show.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Something else to throw on top of the show.
Yeah, there you go. People like food.
There you go.
Yeah, we had it was the so for those of you who are in Pennsylvania, it was chicken pot pie, not the chicken pie, it was chicken pot pie. So it's Pennsylvania Dutch style.
There you go.
Which is my favorite.
I see Bonnie's on. Good morning, Bonnie. How are you? Good morning. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to a Wednesday morning.
Wednesday. Oh, it is Wednesday. See, now that we do this Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday mornings, now I'm like, wait a second. What day is it? It's Wednesday.
James says he's getting your pot pie first. I don't think so,
I know,
James.
I see it. Rachel, you're not getting it. I'm going to get it first. Listen. No. All right. Okay. You are now the fourth person that wants my chicken pot pie. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let's have a get together at my house. I will make it and we'll have a chicken pot pie party.
I love it. And let's go over the recommended amount. See what happens per Dr. Levane's orders.
What is her recommended amount?
Huh?
What is her recommended amount?
What is it, like 10? 5?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's psychotic. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's get started. We've just been chit-chatting, waiting for people to hop on. So, all right. My name is Angela Marie. This is the Angela Marie in the Morning Show with my special, amazing, beautiful co-host, Rachel Vermeulen. And we now stream live, lucky you guys, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook and YouTube. So please make sure you join us. If you can't catch the live, totally fine. You can go ahead and catch us on the replay. And then go ahead and click on, type in #replay to let us know that you've been watching. If you like this message, love this message. In fact, we really encourage you guys to share our morning shows, in fact, because there's a lot of important things that we believe people need to know. It's full of truth, full of facts. And as well as, we like to have fun too and laughter. But the reality is, though, is that we really want to educate people and help people stop living in fear in regards to, what's going on out there in our nation and in the world and in our state. If you're in Pennsylvania, or any other state for that matter that's similar to Pennsylvania. So we're going to go through all of that this morning. I am a transformation coach and founder of findyourpurposeandshine.com, which is why I absolutely just love doing these shows. So
there you go. So yes, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, guys. So do you want to get right into it?
Let's
all
do it.
Crazy that came out yesterday.
Crazy. Lisa White says this is all crazy.
Oh, look at that. It is. Hers. It's all good. I was actually listening to Doug this morning when he was on the radio station, and he was speaking a whole lot of truths about what just came out yesterday and just the unconstitutionality of it. And he actually said something that was really funny. And he was like, really? You're going to wear a mask all by yourself? Really? When you're around nobody? He goes, what sense does that make? Where's the science behind it? I was like,
where's the common sense?
What the heck? You're wearing a mask in your own home? Like, wake up. He goes, aren't we Americans? Walk as free people. I love when he says that. It's so true. Yeah. It's like what she came out with yesterday was beyond absurd. I mean, seriously, is anybody going to follow by it? And if they are, really, I can't even. I won't say it because it's mean, but come on. Actually, I have per Russ Diamond, I actually have her masking order up that I would just like to read off what exactly the craziness she's trying to do. So masks are required to be worn indoors and outdoors if you are away from your home. When outdoors, a mask must be worn if you are not able to remain physically distanced at least 6 feet away from someone not in your household the entire time you are outdoors. When indoors, masks will now be required even if you are physically distant from members not in your household. This means that even if you are able to be 6 feet apart, you will need to wear a mask while inside if with other people than members of your household. This order applies to every indoor facility, including homes, retail establishments, gyms, doctor's offices, public transportation, and anywhere food is prepared, packaged, or served. Okay, so let's break that down a little bit and the craziness she is trying to instill. So she's trying to tell us how to live our everyday life inside of our private home. She has lost her ever-loving mind. There's a little thing called the Constitution that prevents that. And what's really funny is now this order also goes with religious institutions, so worship services, churches, in other words. And on her actual website, a question is asked from her website, do I have to wear a mask at a house of worship, such as a church, synagogue, or mosque? And her answer was yes. Individuals must wear a face covering inside any public place, as well as outdoors when they cannot maintain sustained physical distance from those who are not members of their household. When does the government ever get to tell me how I worship my Lord and Savior? Where is that? Because I don't think I found that in the Bible. No. I think that's actually the opposite of what the Bible states. So basically, her order is against God and against the Constitution. So don't you dare ever tell me how I am to worship my Lord and Savior, how I'm supposed to practice worship. No, you don't get to say that. You don't get to interfere at all with how a church operates. So just the craziness of what she is trying to instill, and especially like that, they have 72 hours to, if you're out of state, to prove that you are COVID negative for a test, or you have to quarantine for 14 days. What?
No thanks.
Come on, give me a friggin' break. I'm sorry, but seriously, give me a break. Who's ever going to abide by that? And especially people who travel back and forth, I know they're exempt, but if it's seriously that deadly of a virus, why are they exempt? They're still coming from out of state, are they not? They're still interacting with people, are they not?
Right.
So it's the same thing. So it's okay if you come from a neighboring state for work, But heaven forbid you come from Maryland and stay overnight at a parent's house or a friend's house. That's when it's going to get you. Like, come on. Just see the absurdity.
It's interesting. So Thanksgiving.
Yes.
These are the new mandates for Thanksgiving. Here's what I find interesting, Rachel, and I read this yesterday, that Wolf wasn't going to put us back down in lockdown.
Okay.
It was an article that I read that I really wish I would have had that pulled up. And it was interesting to me because I thought, well, that's interesting because he just came from a governor's summit, this weekend, meeting with, of course, the surrounding governors like, Cuomo and Murphy and, all these crazy communist governors, right? So they come from this summit and he stated that he wasn't going to put any further restrictions. Don't you find that interesting that Wolf and Levine have been on the same page for a long time? And all of a sudden, he basically tells Levine, I'm not going to do this. And then she comes out with these ridiculous, absurd, stupidity. All of it's been stupidity. These mandates. Now, again, you think about it. Wolf didn't come out and say that, make this announcement.
No.
So this is, guys, this is like this is just conversation because I just find it really interesting. Don't you think that it's because Wolf knows where this is headed, which, by the way, now I can make this announcement because I'm super excited about it. And I know this is fact. So I'm going to make the announcement. Guess what? Pennsylvania is now officially in the U.S. Supreme Court. So the case for the fraud in the election for Pennsylvania is now inside of the U.S. Supreme Court. We are waiting for the trial to happen. If I'm not mistaken, it's in the next couple of days. I don't know the exact date on that, but I do want to let you know for a fact, it is out of the PA, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, and is now into the U.S. Supreme Court, which is exactly where it needs to be. It was exactly Trump's plan. So please lift everything up in prayer. Do what you can. Georgia is also heading that direction as well. I learned yesterday, I was watching Newsmax TV. I also follow Epic Times. There's a lot of factual information that I follow. And I want you guys to understand that this is a good thing. Okay. Please be praying. Continue to, we have to win this battle on our knees in prayer. Okay. So continue to pray. Continue to, if you have to fast. And I don't mean starve yourself. Okay. For those of you who don't know what fasting is, it could just simply be giving up something. Okay, for 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be food and you're going to end up, low blood sugar, passed out on the floor. Okay. There are other things that you can fast. Some people choose to fast food, but, meaning they give up food for 24 hours. It sounded like I said they choose fast food, like you're going through drive-through. Okay. That's not what I mean. Some people choose to fast with food. Other people without food. I guess I'm saying that wrong. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. And other people choose to fast something that maybe they're addicted to, right? They choose to give up something for, 24 to 48 hours, but please make sure you pray. And I really have a good feeling about all of this, but I will tell you this much. The mandates as far as Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, I don't know about you. I know Rachel and I walk as free people. Lisa just said, stay strong. Yeah, stay strong. Have faith. Keep going. I'm going to visit my parents in Delaware. Exactly. Funny. You know what's so funny, Rachel? Anybody live in Delaware that's watching on this right now? I feel like this is just my gut. This is just my intuition. But I almost feel like Governor Carney, I mean, you don't really hear of him. You don't hear of him very much at all. Like, you always hear Cuomo, Murphy, Wolf. Like, you hear a Newsom out in California. Like, you hear of these governors, these tyrannical governors, right? You don't really hear about Murphy. I almost feel like he looks like one of those little sheep that just follows. You know what I mean? With the tail between his legs. Like, well, I'm coming. Okay, we're going to release these mandates because these people are doing it. Like, it's ridiculous. So yesterday, Delaware puts out this thing that, they're not allowed to have visitor. It's the same BS as Pennsylvania. And I thought, and then they also said Pennsylvania as well as Delaware that they're going to be monitoring people that come into the states. Yeah, you know what? You have fun with that, because the last time I checked, our local law enforcement and our state police, last time I checked, they weren't following orders. They were following the Constitution and the law, which has to pass the Senate and the House to become law. And that's the last time I checked with several police officers that I spoke to in the last, 8 months.
You're right. And it's funny that you say a law has to be passed by the House and the Senate. So keep that in mind for this next thing I'm going to say. So Levine is coming out and saying we are supposed to be doing all of these things, that it's law, masks are law. That's bullcrap. Levine cannot make laws, just a public service announcement. She cannot make laws. That's not her job. That's not in her job description. Neither can the governor make laws. He can enforce them and he can write them into it, but basically the duty of making laws lies with the House and the Senate. Levine cannot make laws at all. Laws go through the House, goes through the Senate. She cannot force anybody to do any of these ridiculous mandates, especially wearing a mask. It's not a law. And it seems like we're screaming that at the top of our lungs, and yet you see all over the stores, wear a mask, it's a law. Okay, well, show me the act. Show me the bill number. Show me where it passed through the House and the Senate to make it a law. Show me where the governor signed it into law. And nobody can do that. Why? Because it's not a law. She can make recommendations, yes, all she wants. But when she tries to go and make it a requirement that is outside of her jurisdiction, outside of her job scope, stop listening, guys. She doesn't know what she's doing. Just stop. Just stop.
She clearly doesn't know what she's doing or what she is. But anyway,
she's not even. She's a child psychologist, and God, I don't know how she ever became a.
She's not even qualified to be doing her job.
No. She's horrible, especially killing how many people in the nursing homes? Come on, and then getting her own mother out and protecting her own mother, but heaven forbid everybody else. And yet people are thinking she's the greatest thing ever. Why? What makes her so great? She's doing everything wrong. Everything she's done is wrong.
I can't even watch her or him, whatever.
It makes me so mad. Now, if we actually had somebody qualified in the position that was actually backing up with scientific evidence, fine, great. But
that's a different story.
Unscientific, baseless. I was actually mentioning to, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, I would absolutely love for somebody to come out with a study right now, not political whatsoever, but come out. Who is getting sick right now? The people wearing a mask or the people not wearing a mask?
I was just thinking that yesterday, because
who is getting sick? Those of us who refuse to wear a mask, or those who constantly wear a mask all the time? Do you know
what I found? I did my own personal study.
Go ahead.
But you're right. So I wish somebody could do a study, but I have a feeling, just off of what I know, the people that I know of, whether it's friends of friends or people that I know that have tested positive for coronavirus, either it's because of their jobs and they had to, or they were traveling, you know what I mean? Or whatever it was. Because I do know there are a lot of people that, depending on where they're traveling to, they have to get tested for COVID if they want to fly. And I personally won't. I don't blame them for wanting to get the heck out of here and travel. But at the same time, I will drive, right? Because I'm not taking a test. But it is what it is, right? We love people anyway, and teach their own. What I found is that these people that are testing positive are the ones that wear a mask. The ones that aren't wearing a mask are the ones that are coming back negative, or, well, they just don't get tested, right?
And that's what I'm saying. Who do you think is actually going to get tested right now? Who do you think? The ones of us who refuse and think this is all garbage? Do you think we would ever, for once, unless it's required for your job, but do you honestly think we would go out on purpose and get tested? Think about that.
No. People that refuse to wear a mask are not going to get tested. That's just not how we operate, unless it's a requirement, like I said, for those several reasons. Your job or travel. I think that's it. Regardless, this is all, this is all for a bigger purpose. I want you guys to understand that this mask is, let me see how far I can push them to comply. Because let me tell you something. If you are that naive, I want to be, if you're that naive that you believe that masks actually work when people touch their face, when people touch it all the time, and then they touch something else and then they fix their mask, germs. I don't care if you wear gloves or not. Guess what? They're cross-contaminating.
Yep.
Period. It's germy. People out there, do you think, okay, I would like to ask, how clean is your mask? Did you wash that today? When was the last time you washed your mask? Right? Think about that for a minute. Listen, I was at the hair salon, and I think I shared this story before. I was at the hair salon, and my hairstylist at the end sprayed my hair, because you have to wear a mask in a salon where you can't get your hair done. Well, it's just so BS. This is why I don't go often. I can't take it. But listen to me. I made a decision to go, you know what? I'm going to test this out. The kind of stupid test, but it is what it is. I mean, I didn't die from it. I left my, normally when someone is ready to spray your hair with hairspray, you close your mouth. You kind of hold your breath so it doesn't go in your mouth. No, you know what I decided to do? I'm like, I got this stupid blue thing on. The ones that say they do not prevent against COVID-19 on the box. Okay. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to open my mouth just to see what happens. If I have a mask on, it won't go in, right? No, shoot, man, it went right in my throat. It's like, okay, yep, the little particles from an aerosol can of hairspray.
Masks don't protect crap. When you think that a piece of cloth covering your mouth is going to prevent anything, that's when you know propaganda worked and brainwashing worked. And when anything, guys, can be considered a mask to cover your face, and they say it's going to work, you know straight out it's not going to work. Now, I'll be the first one to admit, when this all first started, I listened. Like, okay, this is really serious. It's new. Let's get this under control, and then let's go forward. Okay. I was willing to do anything that they told me. I was the one to wash down the groceries. I was the one to clean off everything when I got home from someplace. I was the one. But the later that this kept going on, the more and more I kept seeing how absurd everything actually was, and that they were telling you that you can make anything as a mask and it'll protect you. Really? And I always stated, if this was seriously about the virus, honestly, guys, listen closely. If this was seriously about a virus and it being so deadly and it was going to kill a whole lot of people, and I get that it's real, don't get me wrong, don't misconstrue me, but just like they created all these PPE and ventilators, the government would have created a medical grade mask for every single person in the United States and saying, here, wear it. This will 100% protect you. Instead of saying, here's a bandana, put it over your face, that'll protect you. Or wear anything over your face, you're good. Like, come on, just think about the logistics of it, guys, please. And do, like we always say, do your own research.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, don't just listen to us. Don't just go, okay, well, this is what they said. We get our information from other people. We do our own research. And it's not Fox News or CNN or ABC, NBC, MSN. Okay, none of that BS, none of that fake news, because that's what it is. And if you all haven't got the memo, it's fake news. It's leftist news. If you want conservative news, or even, unbiased news for that matter, honestly, go to Newsmax TV. There's some things on there that annoy me. Okay, it's not everything that you want to hear, because it's not how it works. It's these are the facts. This is what's going on. Yesterday, guess what else I got to watch? You won't see this on the news, on the fake news. Rachel, you and I were on the phone when this was going on. I went, shh, I put you on speaker. I'm like, listen to it. Listen, Zuckerberg. Yes, Zuck, if you're watching on Facebook, you got hammered yesterday. With your fact checkers. You better watch it, buddy, because you know what's funny? You lied and you said that you weren't. So I don't know. It's quite interesting to me. And Candace Owens has a lawsuit against Facebook fact checkers and Zuckerberg. So he is now being in court questioned, as well as the founder of Twitter. So it's very interesting to see everything play out and all of this stuff coming up. And they got badgered yesterday, big time. So Newsmax TV, you guys watch it. You will be informed. You will be in the know. You will know what's going on. And then beyond that, even do your own research. Like where I was going with the mask thing, you don't think for a minute that there's a reason for that. It's called the vaccine. It's called the vaccine and mandating it. Okay.
Yep,
President Donald Trump says it's a choice. If you want to vaccinate, vaccinate. If not, whatever. Now, part of me wonders how much he really knows about these vaccines, because I have been doing some research, doing some due diligence here. I'm a little bit concerned. Actually, I'm a lot concerned. I want you to do your own research, but in these vaccines, they aren't the same as like the flu vaccine, the chicken pox vaccine, the polio, none of those things. Okay. These vaccines have, it changes up, switches up your DNA, and it also has fetus in it.
Yes. And that's absolutely true, guys.
Okay.
Go look up the ingredients or what is
look it up. It's out there. If you, by the way, if you guys want where I got that information, I do have it. You can message me privately, or Rachel, if you have some private information. Okay.
I do.
Message us and we will send it to you. Please be informed. Please do your research. I know for me, I'm just not going to take it, period. I mean, I'm anti-vaxxer. 100%. I've done my research throughout the years, but I'm telling you, this one is scary. Scary. And they will be able to track every little move. Is that what you guys want? I'm telling you, they do it with your phones, but at least you can keep your phone down, right? At least you can,
inside your
house. Know what I'm saying? It actually has something microscopic that like you can see. So they can see if you've been vaccinated. Okay, like with a microscopic, with a I don't know if it's an ultraviolet light, but they can see it and they can see through your skin. It's absolutely insane. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, it makes me really sick. I'm just letting you know right now. Please make sure you do your research.
Please, guys,
stop listening to the fake media and the fake news.
And I stated before, when the media only pushes one narrative, guys, and they're given one narrative to push, that's when it becomes very scary, because you're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to be free thinkers. Like, that's scary. They should at least do all sides of the story. That is journalism. When you're unbiased and you present all sides to a story, not just tell one and demand that the public only think this way. And if you, heaven forbid, if you think the opposite way, you're a troublemaker, you're an outcast, you're an outsider. Heaven forbid. And like I said, with the whole mask issue, guys, seriously, if it was that deadly and that serious, the government would have provided every single person a medical graded mask and said, wear this will protect you. And not have just said, hey, wear a scarf over your face and you're fine. Wear a bandana over your face, you're fine. Come on.
You could do the Nancy Pelosi.
It's not about a virus.
You could do the Nancy Pelosi. I do that sometimes if I have to, or I have done it. I haven't done it in a while, and it's been a little bit, because like I'll test them, and it's funny. Like I'll put like the little, and I tie it tight like that, and it is. It's like Nancy Pelosi does that. It's just, or if she's in a hair salon, I mean, she doesn't wear a mask at all. She's hypocritical. You notice that I'm making fun. Like, it's hysterical. It was interesting. My asthma's been acting up. Rachel's been going through the same thing. Really, really bad. And no, it's not COVID. Okay. So many people are like, oh, but what is that? I didn't want to do that. I don't know what I just did.
What did you do?
Restore. Oh, what is that? Hold on. What did I do? I don't know what I did.
She did something, guys.
All right. I don't know what I did.
In the meantime, guys, I don't know if you can see it.
All right,
I got this from Mastriano, but walk is free people, guys. Seriously. Walk is free people. This should be your motto. Honestly, guys. Stop listening to what they're telling you. Walk is free people. You're an American, guys, as he always says.
So what I was going to say was yesterday, you know how some places, like, I mean, I don't go anywhere that I have to wear a mask, right? I don't even wear a mask in the grocery store. Like, heck with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. Actually, in fact, I promote Wise Markets. Wise Markets up here in, I mean, I know everybody's from different areas here, but if you are in the Berks County area, go to the Wise behind Lowe's on 724, right off of 724. I don't even have a sign up to wear a mask. So it's awesome. Now, majority of people are wearing them, but nobody seems to care. Like, you know, nobody picks on anybody. But what I like about it is that, you know, again, I don't have to feel like awkward. I mean, we feel a little awkward, but not as much, right? Yesterday, I'm like, okay, I have to pick up this inhaler. And I've heard that pharmacies are like Nazis, right? Like Rite Aids and CVS's and Walgreens. And I was like, crap, well, guess what? There ain't no way I'm even putting a scarf over this face because I am literally trying to breathe. Okay. It was so bad yesterday. It was scary. Anyway, go to the front counter. I pick up my inhaler and I was like, you know, I didn't say a word, but I'm telling you what, there were like two people that looked at me really funny. I didn't give a rip. I was just like, just give me my freaking inhaler here. Let me pay for it. And I'm out. And so I can breathe. You know what I mean? You can't legally tell someone they have to wear a mask. It restricts your breathing. And I don't care what you say, what anyone says. If you have anything covering your face, it restricts your breathing. And I don't know about you, Rachel. I do know about you, or anyone else for that matter. Why would you put anything on your face that restricts you breathing from breathing fresh air, especially when you are outside? Take it off. God, I can't anymore, people.
Oh, I just noticed my friend Dan is on. Hi, Dan. Good morning. He's the one that's on the lawsuit with me against the schools and against Levine.
He's Nick Tallarico's brother. I went to school with your brother, Dan.
See, we both know your brother, Nick. Poor Dan. He's like, man, way too many people know my brother. But he says, once we can convince people to think just a little bit, then we can get these things off of our children. PA law alone says that interfering with the breathing of a child, either knowingly or recklessly, is child abuse. And that's exactly what's happening now. Amen, Dan. Thank you. Yes, perfect way to say it. It's actually underneath the child abuse laws. It is. That's one thing that's categorized underneath child abuse is when you restrict your breathing in any way, shape, or form. And I hope that we can use that in the lawsuit and present it in the lawsuit of when we're in court. But let me tell you, I hope this lawsuit goes forward very, very soon. I know Dan has a lot of the information, but I cannot wait to be a part of it. I'm very excited because I want to get these masks off of these kids. It is harmful. It is detrimental, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally.
Do you know what court that goes to, though, Rachel?
That's a good question. Dan, can you answer that question at all? What court would we go to for that?
That's my only concern.
When we were to file our case, which court would that go to? If you can answer that, Dan, if you're still on. Because honestly, I have no idea.
Do you know what it came out from the CDC a couple days ago?
What? What's up?
I don't know. I didn't do tons of research on this, so take it with a grain of salt. You guys can do more research on it if you want to. Found something really interesting. I was just scrolling through and I clicked on it, and it said that the CDC no longer says that your mask protects me and my mask protects you. They went backwards on it and stated, again, I got to actually go to the link. Like I just kind of briefly read. I was like, wait a second, what? I just wasn't in the mood to read it, to be honest with you at that moment. But it sounds to me like they switched it that your mask protects yourself.
Yeah, they keep switching back and forth and flip-flopping.
It's interesting. Okay, our first lawyer said federal. So you mean the U.S. You mean like the U.S. Supreme Court, right? Or do you mean the Pennsylvania Supreme Court?
Good question. I'm sure Dan can answer.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's a delay too, so we'll give him time to answer.
Oh, that's right there.
Vicky, what did you say? Tell me about it. I'm so over this crap with masks. These people who are wearing them are getting sick. Yep. They're petri dish of bacteria. That's correct.
They are. And you're breathing in and out your germs the whole entire day in the mask, and then all those germs are sitting on your face. How do you think you're getting sick all the time? Where do the germs have to go? Nowhere but on your face.
On your face.
It's not rocket science. Like, seriously, like, I don't get it. I've never worn one, will never wear one. I will put it out there. You will never, ever, ever, underneath any circumstance, ever see me wearing one. Period.
Amy goes, are you kidding me? I've been saying that all along. Your mask isn't protecting me. Exactly. Exactly. What did you just say, Jim?
What did Jim say?
He was talking to Amanda. He said, okay. Amanda, it's because you have a resting bitch face and they are afraid of you. And then, well, you guys crack me up. Amanda goes, actually, on the contrary, I make eye contact and smile. I love it. Okay, Dan Tallarico, he said, federal court, Eastern District, we are starting with the state against Levine and Wolf. That's the plan as of now. I may have misheard him, though. I'll get back to you on that. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you, Dan. See, always go to him. He knows.
Yeah, it's time.
It is. It's definitely time that we bring lawsuits against Levine, lawsuits against the Department of Ed, lawsuits, period, against Wolf. I mean,
there's lawsuits going on everywhere. Do you notice that?
There is. There's so many lawsuits happening against the state. It's crazy. We are so much.
State is like it should be like on highlight.
What's going on?
Yeah, and it's lit up.
Did you see the thing that I posted yesterday about this whole thing? It was Amanda Sell that actually wrote it yesterday, and I took it and I posted it on my Facebook page. And it was about, basically just walking as free people. But she was basically saying, walk as free people. It's not just a slogan or simply a cute saying on our shirts. It's a responsibility, and in our present reality, a command. Our world is changing in ways almost unfathomable just mere months ago. Our children born during the last winter have never lived in the privilege of a truly free society. They have never glimpsed the smile of a stranger in a public place. Our obligation to walk as free people is not a decision based in self-preservation, but in the hope that freedom can persevere and even flourish for our children, our neighbors, and even for those who vehemently disagree with us. After 30 years in the military, Senator Mastriano understands that asking us to hold fast to our freedom is a sacred action that bonds us together as a movement and allows us to fulfill the role of fighters of freedom that we were born to take upon ourselves. I was like, wow, that speaks a whole lot. She is amazing. But yeah, so I posted that on my wall because, man, does it speak truth right now to us. So are we going to fight for our freedom? Are we going to fight for defending liberty? Are we going to rise up? Are we going to say enough is enough? No. Are we going to say you cannot trample upon the Constitution? You cannot trample upon the Declaration of Independence.
You cannot trample on our rights.
Thank you.
And our freedoms. John 8:36.
I love it.
If the Lord sets you free, you're free indeed.
Amen. That's where you got to say, walk as free people.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So listen, stop listening.
Yeah. Stop listening to mainstream media.
That sounded like an oxymoron. Listen, stop complying. Stop complying. On a serious note, seriously, stop complying to these tyrannical orders. Okay? They are tyrannical. And as soon as a government becomes tyrannical, you no longer need to comply.
Nope.
You no longer need to follow their orders. You no longer need to bow to that. You don't have to do anything. Do you understand? The government is for the people, by the people. Mm-hmm. For the people, by the people. And that's the way it is. And if they're not, guess what? Defy their orders. You go out there and you have a blast with your family and your friends. Have an incredible Thanksgiving. Have an incredible Christmas. You go out there and you just party like it's 1776. I saw that and I posted it on my wall. Party like it's 1776. You guys, look it up. If you question what's that, please look it up.
And it was funny because I actually found it and I posted it on my wall. I don't know who first created the meme, but it says, when your governor ignores the Constitution, you ignore your governor. Preach.
Amen.
I stole it. I used it. It is so true.
And for those of you that are scared about, but the cases are going up, Angela and Rachel, but the cases are going up, but people are getting hospitalized. But, okay, let's back up. Let's come to reality. Let me bring you to reality, okay? Because these people have brainwashed you. They don't me anymore. They don't Rachel anymore. A lot of us, I can tell you, they don't anymore. Okay. More testing equals more positive cases. Okay. Common sense. Okay. Also, we know that the tests, if you are doing your research, are not testing for only COVID-19. Mm-hmm. They are testing for multiple different things. Antibodies. Okay. Coronavirus, maybe.
That includes
cold. Guys, what is the coronavirus? The coronavirus has been around for a very, 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 very long time, and it's the common cold. Mm-hmm. Okay? What else? Lots of different strands of all different kinds of things. Okay? Go do your research. I don't know. I don't have my notes in front of me, but it's a lot of different things that it could end up a false positive. So please understand that they are not testing for only COVID-19. Coronavirus has many different strands. It's the common cold. Okay. If you have antibodies, there's another thing that I'm thinking of. What is it? Antibodies and asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic. Yeah. That's
asymptomatic. I kept trying to think of the word. Anyway, so those are all things that go into it. Guess what else? What is it right now? We are in November. It's flu season. It's cold season. It's allergy season. It's asthma season. It is get sick season. Okay. This has always been the case, people, friends. Okay. The flu, all of a sudden, magically, the flu numbers have gone down.
Isn't it amazing how COVID cured the flu? I never thought how we could have read the flu. I was always questioning. COVID was a cure-all. I had no idea.
Now everything's COVID.
Flu. We cured it. We never hear about a cold. We cured it. We never hear about strep throat. We cured it. So we're good. We cured all three of those that usually happen in the fall, all by the name of COVID. Woohoo! In all honesty, I truly miss hearing about the flu. We always used to have those numbers that scroll along the bottom of our TV that says the flu numbers in front of our areas, and they kept going up and trying to scare us. I miss that. I would give anything to go back to that. Come on, somebody at least mention the flu or talk about the flu or give flu recognition something.
Amy Keller, this is hysterical. Yes, I did, and this is where I got this information from. She's more specific. She said, did you see on the CDC's website, they said, did coronavirus extinguish the flu? Down 96%. WTH.
I'm sorry, that's where you know. I can't.
Come on, guys. The flu's been around for decades. Wake up.
We eradicated the flu. There you go. It was simple. We didn't need a vaccine for the flu. Nope. We just needed COVID.
There you go. Take vitamin C, D, and zinc. Take care of yourself. Best thing I ever got after I got COVID. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold the phone.
Uh-oh, Angie's got something.
We have somebody who had COVID on his feed. That's interesting. Wait a minute. I'm excited. You know why I'm excited?
Take it away.
Because I am tired of people that are like, oh my God. Yes, the other day I was in a group. It was someone's page. Whose page was it? I can't remember. Oh, Russ Diamond's page.
Okay.
And I wrote and I commented and I said, we will not comply. We walk as free people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. I forget exactly word for word verbatim what I wrote. And somebody attacked me on there stating that they wished me dead and my family dead because of me not caring about other people when it comes to COVID and masks and you need to follow the rules. Okay. So, you know what I find interesting is that I was like, well, that's funny because I had it in February. Okay. Now I didn't know that I had it. I mean, I wasn't confirmed having it, but let me tell you, the symptoms were pretty darn bad. And I was down. My kids were down, especially my oldest son, Ethan. Down for like a week. It was a fever and the chills, and I thought it was the flu, but at the same time, I was like, what the heck? Is my asthma acting up? Mm-hmm. Right? Like it felt like it was hard for me to breathe on top of all that. And I don't get that. Like if it's just asthma, it's just asthma, right? If I'm sick, it doesn't affect my asthma. Not like that. Like it was scary like that. But what's interesting Thank you, Lisa. She said, I have asthma and acute sinusitis. Is that how you say it? Sinusitis? Whatever this. Your sinuses. And she says, live to tell.
Yes,
that's funny.
Protect the immunocompromised. But
we are immune. If you have asthma, you're immunocompromised. Oh my Lord, I can't talk today. Immunocompromised, and that's the reality, right? That's the reality. You are, if you have any underlying health conditions, but guess what's funny? Those are the ones that are like, oh, we need to wear a mask if you're immune compromised. No, because you're limiting my breathing and my airspace, which is bad for asthma and allergies. Hello. Okay. Maria says, I had it. It was like a head cold. See, everybody's experiencing this stuff differently. You might have actually just had just a strand of the coronavirus. It might not have been COVID-19. I'm just saying because the coronavirus is a cold, is all it is. And you're testing positive for that because they're not just testing for COVID-19. So anyway, when I said hold the phone, we have somebody on here, several people on here that have had it. Oh, you know what? Jim has had it. Oh, that's interesting. We have people on here that have had it that are living to tell it and their story. And guess what? They don't believe in masks. They don't believe in social distancing. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are on our side. Isn't that interesting?
I had no idea.
So for those of you who are like, oh, well, if you get it, you'll blah, blah, blah. That's interesting to me. We got people that are on our feed that are like, open up, no mask, no social distancing, normal lives, right? That have had the virus.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And what I always said, when the swine flu was really, really bad, I actually got it. I got the swine flu. I had it really bad. I was extremely sick. I mean, extremely sick for like a month. I did not work, didn't do anything. I couldn't even get out of bed for like a month with the swine flu. Now, I don't remember back then. I don't remember blaming anybody for getting it, torturing anybody, beating anybody up, yelling at them for getting it, for not wearing masks. And I still don't remember the government forcing anybody to wear a mask during that time. But I thought it protects me. Why didn't anybody care to protect me back then? When I was extremely sick for a month, in and out of the hospital. Like, seriously, guys.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many things don't add up.
We have another one. Pam, she has lupus and survived. No hospital. Oh, another one. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Our feed is full of people that have had the virus that are alive.
And there you go.
Okay.
And yeah, we aren't saying it isn't deadly for other people. We get that, guys. And that's who we should
So is the flu. So is the flu. And this is where people need to go, oh, wait a second. People die of the flu. People die of the flu. People die of heart attacks, cancer. Listen to me. There are people. Oh, this makes me so angry. Okay, I need to settle down. This makes me really angry. There are people that have missed their cancer treatments. There are people that needed to go get tested, okay, because there's something wrong with them and they don't know what it is. Okay. There are people that have died of cancer during this time and heart attacks because they weren't getting the proper care because of COVID-19 bullshit. Sorry.
Whoa.
I needed to say it. I've had enough. These people need help. You know what else? You know what else? Regular routine checks. How about women? How many of you have been to the OBGYN? Guess what? I haven't. And I have had issues in the past where I had to get masses removed. Okay? You know, I need to go, but there's a year-long waiting list, and my OBGYN retired. So guess what? They aren't accepting new patients. I can't go to a new doctor. Now, I know Rachel gave me one that I need to call, and it's like an hour away. But the point is that I want to be able to go. We should be able to go. We should be able to do our normal things that we need to take care of. Jim goes, Lisa's like, preach it, girl. Jim, Angela, here's one of my blood pressure meds for you. Here I go again. Like, it drives me crazy because it's all about COVID. And the reality is there are other people that are suffering. There are people that are suffering behind closed doors that will commit suicide today because of what's going on and what's been going on. Our suicide rates are higher than COVID. And if you don't believe me, do your own dang research and stop following the fake news. Oh, gosh, anymore. Okay? Get over it already. It's okay. You will survive. It's a virus. Do you remember, Rachel, and anybody else, do you remember when we used to go to the doctor, we were sick when we were younger, or even as adults, okay? Maybe younger adults, because you kind of caught on that you go to the doctor and they're like, well, they didn't really do anything for it. It's a virus. It'll run its course. It's a virus. It'll run its course. And what happened? You know, they didn't do anything for you except to do what they told you to do, what you already knew what to do, because you were eventually going to get over it. It's the same thing.
Yes, it is. Same thing. Stop being scared of something. I mean, no reason to be scared of. We've went through this. Like I said, I had swine flu very badly. I couldn't even see my nephew being born. I mean, I had that taken away from me. But guys, with a 99% survival rate for most people, I mean, and that isn't just coming a number out of the air. That's from the CDC website itself.
Exactly.
And I get how people always come back to me and say, yeah, what if we bring it back to somebody else, like our grandma or our grandpa or somebody?
And again, that's just common sense, you guys. Just use common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what were you, what if I bring the flu back to my grandmother and I was around? I mean, come on. It's the same thing. Just use common sense. Boost your own immune system. Because you know what's funny? If you take care of your body, you boost your immune system by taking vitamin A, B, C, D, E, zinc, whatever it is, but just boosting your immune system with all kinds of vitamins, minerals, nutrition. You're not only helping yourself, but you're helping other people because you're not going to get sick as often. Isn't that interesting? So we want to talk about helping other people and protecting other people. You can boost your immune system as well.
And I swear the government only knows how to spread fear. That's it. Fear-mongering, plain and simple. Because the more you make people in fear, the more they're easier to submit to your demands.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't go to see your grandparents or around your grandparents when you're sick. So isn't that common sense? I'm healthy. I can be around my grandmother because I'm not going to spread it. They've already said asymptomatic people, or what is it? Asymptomatic people don't spread the virus.
Yeah, so, but then they went back and said, oh, yeah, they do. So like I said, they flip-flop a whole lot.
You can't spread something that you don't, that you're just care. I'm sorry. It's not, unless you are like on top of that person and you're hugging them and kissing them and you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be like Intimate, and then intimate with your grandparents for you to, I'm sorry. You guys just got a visual. It's just frustrating though, right? Like, stop the fear mongering. This stuff has been around for a very long time. And, you just don't go out if you're sick. It's just common sense, period. End of story. I'm just so over it. This has nothing to do with the virus. This has everything to do with, actually, Bonnie Sonny is just going to say fear mongering. She says spreading fear. Fear mongering, getting us to comply. How far can they push Americans? And no more will we stand for it. We need to stand up. We, the people, need to stand up for our constitutional freedoms and our rights. Okay? Use common sense. Please. I don't know that that's very common anymore with some people. Stop following the fake news. Really. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, Rachel. I'm like, I
was actually going to say something from that, because when you're talking about the fake news, once again, I'm telling you, it's perfect timing. My daily devotions have to do with fake news. It's so funny because I swear, as soon as we start our thing, God shows me something that I should be sharing with everybody. So just a quick second, guys. The daily devotion for today was, I lift my eyes up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121, 1-2. This morning, I woke up to crazy headlines. Again, foreign wars and carnage, refugees clamoring for safe haven, political strife, financial difficulties, discontentment. I have been feeling as if I should chuck my phone straight out the window. Maybe that would make all the crazy go away. Instead, I have taken to reading the Psalms to still my soul. When it feels as if the world is plummeting like a rock toward the fiery pit, the Psalms always brings me back from the edge. They put everything back into perspective. The world has always been the world. Wild, unpredictable, and broken. And Jesus has always been Jesus. Steadfast, faithful, powerful. The Psalm reminds me of what is real. Verses such as, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. The thing is, hope will never be found in the headlines. That is where fear and anger reside. Headlines were made to get us whipped up. They unsettle us, making us doubt the goodness in the world we live in. But the truth of Jesus' word, his holy truth, is meant to anchor us with peace, to still our beating hearts in the midst of the storm, to lift our heads and get us focused on the one who is truly good, and then some. The one who is in charge and loves us most of all, that would be Jesus. So this morning, as you read today's headlines, take a moment to change them into prayers. Prayer for the hope of Jesus to permeate and change our broken world with his love. I'm like, wow. If that does not speak to what is occurring today, I'm telling you, 2 times in our 2 morning shows, devotion spoke to what exactly we were talking about.
That's awesome. Yes. Thank you, Lord. It's amazing.
Things.
All right, you guys, we're coming up here in an hour, and I want to mention a couple of things before we go. I want to let you all know that this morning show obviously takes some time, and it does take some time to prepare a topic, and really what we're going to bring to the table for you guys an inspiration. And this is not just some morning show that we decided to, we're just going to do a morning show. This was a vision and a plan that I've had to really grow this thing on Facebook and YouTube, as well as eventually a podcast, platform, maybe eventually TV. I don't know. Okay, but this is a bigger vision. And so I want to let you guys know we are looking to get this show sponsored. We haven't done this before. If you are a business, if you are a local business here in Pennsylvania, even if you're not, we got people watching from all across the nation. I know a lot of our followers are in PA right now because of what we've been directing and aiming towards, especially, having certain guests on the line with us. We are looking to get it sponsored with multiple companies. So if you are a business, a small business, even if you, maybe your business was suffering and you really need to get the word out, we are looking for some sponsors, really inexpensive, you guys. If you really want to get the word out about your business, you would just let us know how you want your business to be presented, and we would present it that way. Okay, we would work with you in that, and then throughout our morning show, we would mention our different sponsors and companies and what you have to offer to be able to boost your advertising. Okay, to be able to boost your clientele, if you will. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that Rachel and I talked about it. We are looking for several sponsors. We could probably take up to like 4 as far as what we could announce on the morning show, and then we can go over the details. So if you are interested in a sponsorship, go ahead and send us a private message, and we will go from there. I'm going to tell you the reason I announced this is because we are getting, on average now, between all platforms, about 2,000 views every show that we do, okay, on average. So it has grown by leaps and bounds, and I think that it's going to grow even more, because what are you going to do? You're going to also, as a sponsor, you're going to even share it even more. Hey, listen to this, right? So things are going to boom, things are going to go up, and we want to let you guys know that in order to keep bringing you guys like value continuously, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we definitely need to move into the sponsorship, you guys. And we really want to promote your businesses, period, end of story. And it's going to be something that isn't going to break your bank account, okay, if you're looking for sponsorship. And, you know, I do know that Rachel and I love to donate. So Rachel and I need to sit down and talk about what that looks like. A certain percentage will go to, you know, whatever it is that we decide, or maybe we'll make it your choice.
Ooh, I like that. Have them decide where we can donate. That would be awesome.
We could do that too. Make it more about, oh wait, isn't that a people's choice?
I like that. People's choice. I love it.
Okay. So when I say a certain percentage, looking at 10%.
Okay.
10% of whatever that sponsorship, and it's going to vary. You guys, you'll have to reach out and we can sit down and have a chat. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
With that being said, you guys, it is 1 hour and 3 minutes. You guys are amazing. We love you. Again, this is Angela Marie in the morning with my amazing, beautiful co-host, Rachel Vermeulen. And I'm so excited to be partnered with her every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We stream live. And other than that, I am also Angela Marie, transformation coach, founder of findyourpurposeandshine.com. And we will see you guys on Friday morning. And God willing, I think we might be together in one room on Friday.
Thank God. It's been long. It's been a long time since we've done that. So yes, hopefully Friday we will be together, guys. So look, I'm looking forward to that. And I just pray for many blessings for you today, guys. Keep your chin up. Always remember, like I always say, God's got this. So prayers of encouragement, wisdom, guidance, and discernment, guys, for you. And always remember, God's got this. He's got our back. So no worries, guys. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's been a privilege, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see you Friday morning at 8:45.
You got it. See you, Rachel. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Bye.